All right, everybody, welcome back to yet another
Dog.
Talk Sports. Goodness gracious. Y'all know what time it is.
Dog gotta eat. Oh,
It is the end of April, which means it is Christmas time for the NFL fans all around the world. We got a mega cast for this one here. We will be doing our annual first round mock draft here on the show. We got guests galore. Richard is back with us once again. And one of the OG co-founder of the show, Mr. Gold, is back for the big one here.
What's up, guys?
And we got, of course, this series regulars and everyone's favorite angry Jets fan down in Yeehaw Land, Texas. So
yeehaw.
without further ado, before we get into our first round mock draft, the other major news going on in the NFL right now is the New York Giants defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence being unhappy in New York. He wants a new contract. He wants out. They are at an impasse, blah, blah, blah. Conflicting reports everywhere. Jordan Renan's saying this. Connor Hughes is saying this. Art Stapleton's saying this.
And they said, "Get out of my office, you fat fuck."
Yes. Or they say, "Get out of my office, you fat fuck." So, as the Giants fan, I think this is all just posturing from his agent. And I do think they eventually come to an agreement. And I think they're making this a bigger deal than what it is with it's agent talk. This is all just posturing. And if they do trade him, the Giants will get a first round pick for him. So I don't really have much to say other than this is posturing, and I still don't think he's going anywhere. And I think he'll get paid before the draft or even post the draft. There's 2 years left on his deal. He has no leverage, and his production last year was horrible. So whatever happens, happens. Obviously, in John Harbaugh, I trust, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
See, I'm on the opposite side of this. I started out thinking it was all posturing and all just, pay me, pay me, pay me. And I think it evolved into a situation where he basically the new regime came in and said, "Yeah, suck it. Like
You
you're not,
gone.
yeah, you don't have that kind of worth. There's the door." And I think it's evolved into this thing where Harbaugh is not playing, he's not playing softball. Harbaugh is here to win. And he's brought in that winner's mentality where he's not taking any shit. He's going to make guys be accountable. So, um,
Gone
Dan,
for a third rounder.
I mean, no, you can't trade him for anything less than at least a first rounder.
He's not getting traded for anything less than the first. John
Yeah, there's
Harbaugh
no
knows
way.
value.
There's too many poverty teams out there that would gladly send a first. I mean, there's smoke about the Cincinnati Bengals making, hella calls. The Chicago Bears, like let them go. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you could turn that capital into a guy that you could draft and get for a fraction of the cost and even three-quarters of that kind of production numerical wise, like comparison to comparison, maybe not a D tackle, but like a safety or something you can flip. Like if you could turn that late pick into a rock solid fucking corner or safety, then so be it. It's kind of a ballsy move to go into it when you have a new coach, a new mentality, this whole new awakening in the New York Giants franchise, and then you want to go and say, "Oh, I don't want to play here anymore." Fucking beat it then. Like I got no time for that.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree anymore. Like, if he doesn't want to be here, bye, trade him, get rid of him. He he was great 2 3 years ago, but last year he had his worst career year ever. You're going to complain that you want more money after your worst career year ever when you still have 2 years left on your deal. Like, bro, show up the next 2 years and play fucking ball before you want to ask for your money. It's a whole new regime. Everything's changing in New York. Like, now is not the time for you to bitch and moan and ask for your money. So I say trade him. Bye.
Especially, you know what? I'll agree with you guys, especially since Joe Shane and company are going to be fired after the draft. Like the whole scouting department and Joe Shane are gone after this draft, by the way, if anyone's been reading the tea leaves. So, yeah, I mean, Dan was the first one to call it. I mean, they're gone. I read today that they don't know the structure of power going into the draft next week. What the
There's
fuck? What
There's
the fuck
rumors
does
out there
that
that
mean?
Shane's office is pretty much packed up already.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah, he's gone.
yeah, he's gone.
Gone.
So
They don't know the structure, meaning John Harbaugh knows the structure and they don't.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
So I agree with the attitude of you guys being Giants fans and having that attitude towards him right now, 1000%. That's kind of the attitude that I would have, I guess. I just think, and Ray, you hit it, like Harbaugh's coming in with this hardball mentality, winning mentality. It's not going to be caving to anybody, no, especially somebody with 2 years left on his deal. Man, I think that they take this into the season and dare him to sit it out because unfortunately for the Giants, he and Lawrence and his agent have put the Giants in a really hard spot as far as his trade value goes. See, nothing really significant came out about Leonard Williams, and that's why I said that you guys won't get the same value in a trade right now than the Jets got from Dallas for Leonard Williams, who's not anywhere near as good of a player as Dexter Lawrence. I mean, we got a first and a second. So I think that Harbaugh's going to go totally fucking hard ass on this guy into the year, dare him to sit out, right? You got 2 years left on your deal, boy. You're either playing football or you're not. And I do agree with you, Zach.
Yeah.
This is posturing by his agent because the way that they see it, he's 28 years old. Defensive linemen absolutely do cap in their early 30s, right? Especially at his position, defensive tackle. So they're looking for one more big payday, right?
Yeah.
And he's tired of playing for a losing team. It doesn't matter to him that there's a new regime here. But I guarantee you they go into this season with him, and he's either going to sit out or he's going to play ball this year. And that's how it's going to work itself out. I do not think that the Giants are going to lowball themselves in the trade. I think that they're just going to make him eat it.
Oh,
And you're
they're not going to
gonna go
lowball
play-
themselves for
Yeah,
sure.
you're not going to go play for someone else and be Dexter Lawrence of 2 years ago. I'm not going to allow that to happen, especially not in the conference. So I think it's going to be complete fucking hardball. You're going to hear about it all summer. I don't think that Harbaugh is going to give a shit. He went through this with Lamar Jackson. I mean, the shit they went through with Lamar Jackson was nuclear, and they went
Yeah,
to the
it was.
playoffs.
It was.
So I don't think you could convince him that it's too much of a distraction. I think it just is what it is.
Let's say between now and draft day, though, a team offers up a first round pick. I mean, they got to consider doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if at this point, if you could get a first round pick, I guess you would
Why
do
not?
it. I guess you would do it. But if you think that there's any chance that you go into the season and you start turning this ship around, and all of a sudden he might be interested in playing football again, especially for a winner, I mean, I'd be just as good with them taking that chance because he's worth more than just one first round pick.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. He's worth a package of picks.
That's why I stand on it. That's what I think is going to happen. Would I be surprised if he got traded? No.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if he gets traded. Not at all.
I could definitely get behind you on all that for sure.
Any comment from the Eagles fan or the Raiders fan?
He gone.
No comment.
Oh, no comment. Wow.
You're right. 3. He gone.
He goes, and Howie we trust. We're going to shit about no Dexter Lawrence.
He gone for a third round pick.
Not for a third round pick. You're nuts. You're
That would
crazy.
never. Honestly, like if that happened, that'd be really,
If
really,
that happened,
really
I'm
bad.
not watching Giant football this year.
That'd be really bad.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. So
That'd be bad.
that'd be bad. That'd be bad, man. That'd be pretty
Really
bad. All right. So with that out of the way, we are going to do the mock draft. So this is the order. We got 6 people here. This is the order that we're going to do it. I will go first, Rich second, Pete third, Jason fourth, Dan fifth, Ray sixth. We like to end on Ray because he loves to say some shit. So that's the order. Write it down if you have to. All good in the hood. Number
Yes,
1,
sir.
the Raiders are on the clock. They have 8 minutes to make the pick that they made 4 weeks ago. And that is Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana, national champion, all-time playoff, college playoff run. Immediately comes in as the adult in the locker room for the Raiders, becomes a starter. I could see him being a more athletic Kirk Cousins, and they already got Kirk Cousins in the building, so I thought that was a genius move by them. Yeah, I think this is consensus Fernando for me.
So with the number 2 pick for the Jets, I mean, I
No,
know
hold on. We all hold
Oh.
on. Are we all picking Mendoza? Are we could just
What are
skip
you?
that?
What are you? What are you
You can
new?
fast
I mean that's
forward right
consensus, right?
That's consent. Right.
Yeah, we unless somebody has something else, but I
No.
You
doubt
got to give Pete his moment with the number
I was
one.
about to
Yeah.
say I wanted to give let Pete say it at least. But if
We
we all
really
want to
should
move
have.
on, we can.
We really should have just let me pick it off.
Hold on, time out. I do have breaking news.
Oh Lord,
Ryan McMahon has hit a home run.
2-run homer.
Who cares?
Oh wow.
I do. I care.
It's earth shattering, so
I care.
All right. So here you go.
Let's hear it,
As
Pete.
the Raider fan in the room, I have waited and waited and waited for a moment like this. With the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders have made a trade.
Yeah, right.
The Las Vegas Raiders have traded the first overall pick to the New York Jets for their second overall pick, their 16th overall pick, and 3 first-round picks in the 2027 NFL Draft.
Yeah, I should have just skipped you.
Are you sure you should have shut me up?
Yeah, you know what? I feel bad about that.
Wait, so you don't want them to take Mendoza?
I'm fucking
Or this
with you.
is-
It's Fernando, baby. It's always been Fernando. Come on now.
This motherfucker thinks he's Kevin Costner with the little slip.
Listen, it's
Mendoza,
always been Fernando. It was always Fernando. And it's going to be Fernando. He is going to carry the Raiders franchise into the future, and he will be the day one starter. It's my bold prediction. Mark it down right now.
Pretty good.
Kirko Chains is starting number 1.
Yeah, I think Kirk
Listen.
starts.
Okay.
All right.
History has proven itself.
It's okay. All right.
Just-
We'll see what happens. He is the adult.
Neither thing would surprise me. I'll just say that.
I agree.
All right. So now that the consensus is out of the way, we could actually do, because now I'm sure none of us will have the unanimous number 2 pick here, obviously. So at number 2, the New York Jets have one of their 2 first-round picks to use, and I have them taking Arvell Reese, linebacker out of Ohio State. It's a pick 'em. You know, they're either going to take Reese or David Bailey. I have them taking Reese. There's a lot of smoke with Reese. And, you know, all the sports book have it 50-50. It's a coin flip. But I'm just going to go heads, I guess, and just say Arvell Reese.
I'm going flip side. I'm going David Bailey. I know there's a lot of flip flop on the two of them. I like both as players. Me personally, I think the Jets are going to look at it as David Bailey is the more NFL ready player. So he's my pick.
Second overall pick, the New York Jets select. They go defense because, boy, do they need help on defense. I am going to go also with David Bailey. I think he's the more pro ready, and I think the Jets head coach, he needs somebody to just that he knows is going to step in and play his ass off. So I'm going to go David Bailey.
Yeah, like Zach said, this is absolutely a coin flip here. But because Zach went with Reese, I said Bailey because Zach's always wrong. But yeah, no, David Bailey, I think is more ready to play in the NFL, so that's why I went with Bailey.
What a dick.
I'm sticking with Zacho, and I'm going Arvell Reese.
I'm sticking with Zacho and I'm going Arvell Reese. I think Bailey is a smokescreen that's happened in the last month. I don't think that the GM and the head coach are tied at the hip anymore. I don't think it matters that a player comes in and hits 10 sacks right away. I think they care about what the ceiling is, and the ceiling for Reese is higher than Bailey.
All right, we got a split draft room. Oh man, love that on the second pick. The third pick, the Arizona Cardinals, also a team just in complete football hell. I'm going to go, obviously, I had Arvell Reese go number 2. I have them going best player available, which would then be David Bailey, Edge, Texas Tech. They need help everywhere. There are holes everywhere. There are needs everywhere. So you just take best player available for them, and that's the edge rusher, David Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, I could follow that up with I definitely had the Cardinals taking best player available because that team is in absolute total rebuild. So on the flip side, because I had Bailey taken by the Jets, I have Arvell Reese taken by Arizona.
Yeah, Cardinals. It's a mishmash of what they need. I really thought offensive line for a little bit, but I think with Reese in my mock falling to 3, I'll take Arvell Reese for them.
Yeah, I also obviously have Arvell Reese going 3 as best player available.
I have I have them going David Bailey because I have Arvell Reese going too. So yeah, kind of along the same line, best player available.
I don't have any of those.
All
Let's
right.
go.
At number 3, the Arizona Cardinals are going to make ripples throughout the entire draft and draft quarterback Ty Simpson.
Wow.
All right, where's the kick button on Zoom?
I love it. I love it, Raymond.
See, this is why I
This
let
is why Ray
go
goes
last.
I
Because I knew he
love
was
it.
going to do
I
something.
mean, listen, I love that actually. I absolutely love that.
Takes the pressure off the Jets if that happens.
Yeah, they
That
don't need
Jacoby
to.
Brissett mural is getting ripped down. They're saying we're making a statement. We see this guy. He's
Third
grown in
overall.
the pre-draft process. We're sticking a flag in. We're making a claim. And we're going to build a team around our brand new shiny quarterback in Ty Simpson.
Well, you've got a point about the Brissett thing because he's holding out for starter money right now.
And the Cardinals management apparently are negotiating and willing to do that for this season. Just this season, though.
The Cardinals are a dumpster. Not even a poverty franchise. They're a dumpster franchise.
Yeah, they're bad.
So
They're...
nothing surprises me, and nothing should surprise you.
Fair enough.
Right. Fair. All right, number 4, the Tennessee Titans. So now I'm sure this is where things are going to get interesting with everybody. But with number 4 pick, I have the Tennessee Titans taking Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame. Robert Saleh is the head coach there now. Dan, what was the one reason why Robert Saleh got fired? Because his offense couldn't score any points.
Right. And he also didn't call plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Correct. Now that he is calling the plays on the defense, I expect their defense to obviously play a little bit better. And Brian Daboll, as we have known as Giants fans, pounds the table in the draft room for offensive weapons. He pounded the table for Malik Neighbors, saying he was the best. He was right. He pounded the table for Jackson Dart. He was right. So I think Robert Saleh will capitulate to him because the reports are he is pounding on the table for Jeremiah Love. And how do you develop Cam Ward further? You give him Jeremiah Love. And I think that is what happens here with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't agree more. I think the Titans are going to pull the trigger on Jeremiah Love. I think you look at Cam Ward's season last season, and a lot fell on him. So I think this new coaching regime and Brian Dable is going to look at it as, all right, let's get this kid turning around and handing the football off. So yeah, They're making the splash. They're gonna take Jeremiah Love.
Wow. Man, after watching that franchise play in person, they
The horror stories.
terrible. I mean, I guess they've been looking for that spark on offense ever since they jettisoned Derrick Henry. So I really want to take wide receiver, but that franchise only takes wide receivers that are ready to enter the crypt. So we will go Jeremiah Love, running back in Notre Dame.
Yeah, I've seen way too many mock drafts of people trying to get cute and moving Jeremiah Love further down the draft, and it makes no sense. The only smart pick here for the Titans is to take Jeremiah Love. Don't get cute with it. Make it simple, and take the right offensive piece.
I agree that he's the best player available. I think ideally they would want to trade down, but I just don't think anybody's going to trade up to their spot to take a running back. So yeah, Jeremiah Love, running back, Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, for the love of God, I really hope Jeremiah Love goes here. I can't stomach him falling to fifth and then having that moron of Joe Shane just fucking seething with, oh, we should take a running back at
He
five.
has no power. He has
Yeah, but
absolutely no power.
he'd probably
Zero.
like steal the phone from Harbaugh and be like, Jeremiah Love, take Jeremiah Love. His last wish, his last dying wish upon the New York franchise is just curse us with another top five running back.
Who may end up
So
having like 15 touchdowns his rookie year.
I mean, listen, would I be mad? I'd be mad for all about 20 minutes, and then I'd go buy a Jeremiah Love Giants jersey. So that's how my brain works.
Because you're a
Uh,
consumer.
I'm the consumer.
Now, I will say
Top
this.
tier consumer.
The Giants should consider taking a running back later in the draft because I don't know about Cam Scottaboo long term, man.
Hush your mouth.
I
You hush
don't
your mouth
know.
down there. We do not talk
I would
about
agree with that. I would agree with that if this
Oh.
class was if the running back class was stronger. This is a very weak running back class.
Yeah, they say that all the time, but you could always find running backs.
That's true.
I think they should draft one later.
Every single one of you would die to have Cam Scottaboo on your team. So I don't
For
hear
I
one
have
year, for
Ashton
one
Genty
game.
on my team.
Listen,
Anyway, it's
for
my
I
one
have
game.
Ashton
it's
Genty
Ray's
on
turn.
my team.
It's Ray's turn. Let me finish my analyzation. Thank you. Yeah, I hope they take Jeremiah Love here, and we can just clap it away. He can be a Tennessee Titan and go off into the nothing and disappear in 5 years. So
Okay.
Listen, I'll give you this. If I need 1 yard, yeah, give me Scottaboo back there. But I like Brees Hall. I'll take Brees Hall.
All right. Number 5 in this draft, the New York Football Giants, the very first pick of the John Harbaugh era. The 3 players that John Harbaugh apparently wants: Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. And with Sonny Styles available right now here at number 5, I don't see how he passes on him. I do think the Giants take Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State, at number 5. Immediately becomes the best linebacker that they've had. And I don't even know how long. They've needed a middle linebacker for so long.
Since Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, since Antonio Pierce. I mean, this guy is. I mean, you if you could make a linebacker out of a lab, that's what Sonny Styles is. I mean, this dude might be Fred Warner 2.0. I would love this so much. This is what I want as a Giants fan. This is the pick I want, and I do think it'll end up happening.
Yeah, I tossed this one up for a little while, man. I mean, it's not an easy as a Giant fan, as somebody so close to it, and looking at this offseason, I could see it going either way between Downs and Sonny Styles, but I do think when John Harbaugh looks at it, I think he's going to value Sonny Styles a little more than Caleb Downs. So that's where I fell as well with the pick. I do think it's going to be him, and I'd be ecstatic about either pick, but I'm definitely happy with him.
Harbaugh wants to stop the run, baby.
He does want to stop the run. He does. The only reason I consider Caleb Downs as maybe that pick is just that Kyle Hamilton pick for Harbaugh. It's the only note I'll make about that.
That is exactly why I am going to take the Giants selecting Caleb Downs safety, Ohio State.
Yeah, I also have them taking Caleb Downs. They had a great safety a few years ago, and they let him go.
He plays for Green Bay now.
He plays for Green Bay now,
It's amazing.
and it's not too often that you get a good safety in the NFL. So why not take a safety and solidify that position? I think that's what the Giants do here, and they don't pick Sony Styles.
Yeah, I agree with Zach and that they're going to go with Sonny Styles. I just think that at the end of the day, he has a little bit of a higher ceiling at a position that's a little bit more premium because he is going to have that dot on the back of his helmet that makes him the captain of the defense. So I'm going Sonny Styles Jr., Ohio State linebacker.
So this was probably one of my hardest picks to make, obviously because I'm emotionally invested, but in my mock draft, David Bailey is still available. So I had a couple different scenarios. I really toyed around with, is there a chance that Cleveland tries to jump up, take that fifth pick and move around a little bit? That's a possibility. Um, but then you got to worry about the Cowboys swooping in, and that's a little foreshadowing right there. Um, at the end of the day, I do agree with everything that Zach and Dano just said. I think Sonny Styles is the ideal John Harbaugh player. I think he's a hard nosed, just proven product. He's going to come out and perform day one. Someone you could trust with. He played in Ohio State, and that's as much as I hate Ohio State, and I've rambled about Ohio State on this podcast many, many times. I do believe that they put out pro-ready candidates, and I think Sonny Styles is going to be that guy. So at number 5, I do have the Giants staying put and taking Sonny Styles.
Very good.
Fun little note, just because everybody said Downs, there hasn't been a safety taken in the top 5 since Eric Berry in 2010.
Interesting.
Sounds like it's time for it to happen.
That's an interesting stat, actually.
Ray said,
that's actually a really good point by Ray. I do think there's going to be a few trades that happen in this in the first round, mainly in the early 20s, because there really is only 15 to 17 true first round talents. In my mock draft, I actually don't have any trades because I think there's going to be like 3 or 4, and it's just impossible really to predict where they're going to happen in this particular draft. So I don't have any trades in my mock, just to let everybody know. At number 6, we have the Browns. I have the Browns taking the best available tackle, Francis Maguire, tackle, Miami. He's just a monster. Best tackle available in this draft. Can play guard too. Can play a tackle. Plug him in anywhere. The Browns' offensive line used to be a strength for them. It has been a weakness the last 2 seasons. They got to keep whoever is throwing the football upright back there. So I have them going Maguire.
Yeah, I followed that up with Francis Maguire too for the Browns. They need offensive line help, man. I mean, their quarterbacks just get killed. So whoever's playing quarterback back there has to be protected, and he is the best tackle. Awesome that he could play guard too, super versatile. So that's the pick for them.
So with the Cleveland Browns, I think this is where some crazy shit happens, and the smart pick would be the tackle, I feel like. But I think they're going to go playmaking position, and this is where I'm going to go. First wide receiver is going to come off the board for me, and they are going to take Carnell Tate, Ohio State.
Okay. Yeah, since I had the Giants taking Caleb Downs at 5, this is where I see the first trade coming into play. And I have, unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys trading up to 6. And because Sonny Styles is available, that is who they are taking. So I have a swap of the Browns and Cowboys for this trade.
I would throw up.
Yeah, well, I
So,
blame your team for taking Caleb Downs.
so in my mock, Caleb Downs is still on the board, and I agree with Pete that they go Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State, and kind of surprised some people a little bit with the receiver that early.
See, I am also in the Dallas Cowboys are trading to this spot. And in my draft, David Bailey is still available. So they are swooping in and they are taking David Bailey with an absolute steal of a pick, robbing the Cleveland Browns.
With the very little draft capital that the Cowboys have left.
Yep.
Number 7, another, speaking of NFC East teams, the Washington Commanders. This is kind of a tough one because there's some plenty of needs actually on this team. But if you want to continue to help out Jaden Daniels, who had a really, really rough sophomore season, especially with injuries and running around, you would think that they would go offensive tackle, but this is where I actually have Carnell Tate going. He needs someone opposite Scary Terry, who hasn't really been very scary lately. And a brand new shiny weapon for Jaden Daniels should really help him out to further his development. So I got Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State for the Commanders.
Yeah, I have Cornell Tate going here too. I don't know how you could look at Washington's team last year and not think they go wide receiver. McLaurin's getting up there in age. They don't really have a lot of weapons outside of him. So I think that's where the first wide receiver falls. Cornell Tate goes here.
All right. So my model here, I have Washington. I have them going wide receiver as well, but with Carnell Tate already off the board, they're going to go Jordan Tyson, Arizona State.
That would be very high for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna break the trend here. I don't have the Commanders going wide receiver. I think defense is a much more important need for them right now. So I have them going Ruben Bain Jr., defensive end, Miami.
I have Kansas City moving up from 9 to 7 and taking Caleb Downs.
Bang!
Okay.
Bang!
Love it.
Wow. Wow. All right. Let's go.
Wow. That I wish I would have heard that hours ago because that would have changed my whole flow chart going on. Um, I was this close to going Ruben Bain for the Commanders as well. I think that's a really good pick, and honestly, I think it's a coin toss at this point. But I do have Cornell Tate going here to the Commanders at 7.
All right, sweet. Number 8 for the New Orleans Saints. I think this is also a team that has a decent amount of needs all the way around. They lost a couple of players in free agency. But on my mock draft, Caleb Downs is still available. So they take Caleb Downs here to. Oh, excuse me.
God
Bless
bless.
you,
Um,
dog. Oh,
I think they take Caleb Downs here at 8 to kind of help solidify the secondary that's been really, really, really leaky. That secondary couldn't stop anything. So I think they just take best player available, and Caleb Downs is the best player available for me on my board. So Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State.
Yeah, so when I'm looking at the Saints at 8, I just think they're going best player available. On my board, Ruben Bain Jr. is still available. And They got an aging defense, man, especially on the pass rusher side. Cameron Jordan. I don't know if they brought Cameron Jordan back. He might be mulling retirement low key, but regardless, they need young edge rushers, so that's where I have him going.
Yeah, I have the Saints taking best player available, but in my mock, Sonny Styles is still on the board, and they nab him up.
Man,
Remember,
just
Boom.
salivating with him left
Yeah.
on the board.
Yeah, the Saints absolutely could use defense, but I think their offense is on the verge of doing something special, especially with Kellen Moore at the helm. I think Tyler Shuck showed that he's a legit enough quarterback to command this team. And Chris Olave was almost completely healthy last season for the first time ever. So if that stays, they need someone opposite of Olave. So I say they take Carnell Tate, first wide receiver off my board.
I have Cincinnati trading up from 10 to 8 and taking Francis Malaga, offensive tackle.
Dan with the spicy trades. I love it.
I also have Cincinnati moving from 10 to 8 to scoop up Ruben Bain Jr.
Oh, I think that is a replacement for
Yeah.
Hendricks.
I've hinted at this twice already. I think Cincinnati is in desperate need of a defense. I mean, obviously they need people to keep Joe Burrow alive and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a praying hands emoji for anyone listening because God knows I love my man and I need him to stay around and football need to be fun in Cincinnati again. But I do think that Cincinnati is just absolutely salivating at being in around the top 10 and the amount of defensive talent that is actually available to them. And at this point, you're looking to me, I still have Caleb Downs available. I have Ruben Bain available. And I think they're looking at it going, this is the time we need to make a strike now. Let's move up and let's go get our guy who's going to make an absolute, and especially replacing that Trey Hendrickson hold that you need to be filled right now. That's your guy. You go get Ruben Bain Jr., move up from 10 to 8. Ruben Bain becomes your new Trey Hendrickson, and you're off to the right direction.
Excellent.
I think my deal with it is that offensive tackle after the first couple kind of falls off a cliff, and it's a lot of depth throughout the draft. So I think they'll just take one later.
You might see Cincinnati pop back in, be in a win now mode.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Ray.
I like this. All right, I like this.
Number 9, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I have them taking the first corner off the board, and that's Mansour Delane. Immediately replaces the corner they just traded to the Los Angeles Rams. I think it's the perfect pick for the Chiefs. It makes total sense. They have a huge hole now at corner, and Mansour Delane comes right in and fits it.
So I look at the Kansas City Chiefs last year, and I just see a lack of weapons all over the field. So I do have them taking Jordan Tyson here. I think Patrick Mahomes needs more young weapons at wide receiver. Rashee Rice also may not play half the season this year, if not football at all. So definitely have them taking a wide receiver here.
Yeah, I am with Zach on this one. The Chiefs lost 2 cornerbacks already in the offseason. They need to strike with a young, fresh corner, and Mansour Delane is that guy. I don't think they do anything with offense immediately, with the fact that there's a big, giant question mark surrounding Patrick Mahomes already with the injury. And I mean, like you said, they're the question mark around wide receiver is probably not going to go to jail, but is always in trouble. So that's always fun. But yeah, Mansour Delane at cornerback.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Rich on this one. I think that the Chiefs need to get some offensive weapons for Patrick Mahomes. You're going to lose Kelsey after this year. You need something for Mahomes to throw to. So I also have them going Jordan Tyson, wide receiver.
So on my mock, Kansas City traded up with Washington. Washington now owns the number 9 pick, and they are still staring right at one of the best wide receivers, Mekhi Lemon. They still fill a position in need.
Yeah, I also I'm this was a tough one for me because I have Kansas City staying here. I had a possibility, like I had thought of them bouncing around a little bit because of certain situations, but I did lean on what Rich was saying and the fact that you really don't know about what Rashee Rice is going to be, and we saw the fall off. We don't even know if Mahomes is going to play the first couple of weeks. Like we don't know who's going to be running out there in those first
Justin
2 weeks.
Fields.
Yeah, I mean it's if you're I love to see it, but if you're a Chiefs fan, I think
Yeah.
this coming up to this season, you're not confident and you're not really happy with what's going on. But I do think that the shiny new toy of Jordan Tyson coming in when Mahomes does get back, you give him someone to throw the ball to. I do think that makes the most sense. I did toy around with the idea of Moaga here because again you want to protect Mahomes at all costs. He's your god there. So I ended up leaning more towards giving someone to throw the ball to. You have an aging Kelsey. You don't know about Rice. Like there's just not enough weaponry to throw the ball to there. So I'm going Tyson.
All right. Number 10, to round out the top 10, I have the Bengals here. I do have them taking Reuben Bain Jr. He is there on my board. They don't care about his short arms. They just lost Trey Hendrickson, and they need someone to fill the void. So I have Reuben Bain, edge, Miami going to Cincinnati.
In terms of my mock and who's on the board, and the fact that Cincinnati, I don't think has anybody that could play better football than me covering wide receivers. I got Mansour Delane going to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, they got to keep Joey B happy. They got to keep that fresh quaff going. He's got to be loving life, slinging the rock. Got to go. Offensive tackle out of Miami, Francis Muag.
Yeah, I got the Bengals need defense more than anything, more than any other team in this league needs defense. And I don't have a defensive player anywhere else close to this pick that's left. So they go Mansour Delane, cornerback, as best available defensive player.
Yeah, so I have New Orleans in this spot, and they're still looking at Reuben Bain on my board, and they take him there, and they're very happy to have him there at number 10.
So again, my draft is getting a little wacky here. Here at number 10, we have the New Orleans Saints.
What are
And
you doing?
I had a
Oh,
couple
shit.
different options.
Honey.
Dan, all right back there?
Can't just fall over.
You went over the monster.
He went over the big old wall.
So I have the Saints here at 10, and I have them. And remember, this is going to sound crazy because Caleb Downs is still available on my board.
You're having him
But
drop
they-
out of the top 10.
Crazy.
They are going with the hometown guy staying in NOLA is Mansour Delane.
Wow. That would be crazy. Okay.
That would be wild.
That would be kind of wild. Number 11, the Miami Dolphins. They are another team with multiple picks in the first round here. I have them taking Jordan Tyson. They did trade away Jalen Waddle for some extra draft capital. So I have them replenishing that with Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
They just paid somebody to play quarterback. Whether he's any good or not, I don't know. But they got to definitely get some offensive line help for him. So I got Caden Proctor, offensive tackle out of Alabama, going to Miami to protect Malik Willis.
Wow. Wow. Right. I mean, you got the new quarterback, Malik Willis. He's got to throw to somebody. And I have Tate and Tyson off my board. This is where Makai Lemon comes in at. Miami Dolphins, they get your wide receiver, Makai Lemon.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as Rich here. I think that they need to protect Malik Willis because they set this man up for absolute failure after signing him to a nice little deal. So they also go get an offensive lineman, and I have them going with Francis Magoya, or however else you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think there are holes everywhere for Miami right now. I think after losing both of their top receivers, I think they're just going to go Jordan Tyson, who's on my board still, Arizona State wide receiver.
All right. I like it. I like it.
I'm also gonna go Francis Mwaga here. He's there. He's a Miami guy. He's staying home. He's staying in Florida. He goes right on. He doesn't even have to leave the locker room. Just got to change rooms. Um, yeah, this to me was, I mean, with Miami, there's holes everywhere. Like Daniel just said, there's holes everywhere. You could spin a wheel and just say best available. So to me, it's my two top best available right now are Caleb Downs and Francis Mwaga. So I think like everybody just said, you protect your quarterback and you give him a multiversal um, O lineman.
I'd love to hear Mike Telp's thoughts on who the Miami Dolphins would
I'm pretty sure his thoughts would be anyone that can help.
Make you sitting there saying trade up number one somehow and get Fernando in his crazy mind.
Number 12, Dallas, Jerry Worlds. I have them staying at 12. I think they attempt to trade into the top 10 and the failure of it because Sonny Styles is gone at number 5. So they stay at number 12 and they take this player who's been mocked to them and linked to them a lot. Jermad McCoy, Tennessee, cornerback. There is some issues with his health, but Jerry likes making a splash, and this is a really good corner when he's healthy. His health is just a concern. At his pro day, he did look healthy. He did show a couple teams in attendance that he is healthy. I think Cowboys pulled the trigger on a high-end corner with McCoy.
Yeah, I have McCoy going here as well. I think Cowboys need secondary help, and I don't think they pass on a first round corner this year. Definitely need to lock down the wide receivers in the NFC East divisions filled with them. So I got McCoy going here too.
I feel like me and Rich's drafts are like almost
You
identical.
you guys have had the same picks.
Have we had
It's
the
been
same exact
interesting
pick?
as fuck.
Yeah. That's kind of
So the Cowboys, I have them here sitting at number 12. No trades so far in my mock. Um, they couldn't get a trade done for Max Crosby. They didn't get Trey Hendrickson. They want to get a defensive end. And in my mock, Ruben Bain Jr. is sitting there at 12, short arms and all. They are gonna go take him to Jerry World.
All right. In my draft, I had the Cowboys trading up with the Browns here, so the Browns are now sitting at 12, and they also need to protect their quarterback. Who that's actually going to be, we'll see at that point. But they're going to go Caden Proctor out of Alabama.
So Dallas, after attempting numerous times to trade up to number 4 with Tennessee to take Sonny Styles and failed because they lowballed them. Doesn't have anybody that they love, so they trade back, and Tampa Bay moves into their spot, and they take Mansour Delane, cornerback to LSU.
damn.
Damn. So I also have Cleveland here, and the Caleb Downs slide does not continue. Cleveland is going to scoop up Caleb Downs, going, thank God, because they were all pissed off because they just lost out on their Francis Mwaga pick that they thought was going to slide right to him. And they get Caleb Downs in a somewhat of a steal for 12.
So if he made it out of the top 10, I would literally poop.
Number 13, the Rams. So they had lost Hartenstein to retirement. So they have a big ass hole on the tackle position. So I have them taking Monroe Freeling, tackle out of Georgia, to refill that hole. Keep Matt Stafford upright for the last couple years of his career left. He is still elite. He could still sling it. He just won MVP. So keep him upright, and you're going to win the games.
I got the Rams doing something kind of funky and fun here, man.
Uh-oh.
I just think they're just gonna absolutely load Matt Stafford until this man quits football. So I got Mekhi Lemon going here, wide receiver out of USC.
I think if he was still there, they'd probably take him.
Yeah, yeah.
Certainly
And
see that.
Puka's also acting a little weird. He's like biting people and getting drunk and shit. Weird.
But we're worried about Cam Scatterbo when Pook is out here biting people.
Biting people.
I am worried about Cam Scottaboo.
Me too.
Listen, all I need him for is 3 years.
Big concern.
Be lucky to get him for 3 years.
Hey, he was a 4th rounder. It's all good.
Can't even get him for 3 weeks.
Do we not remember David Wilson? Do I need to drop that name?
He had a bad injury.
Yeah, that was a freak injury.
Yeah.
I'll take a freak then for 3 years over David Wilson.
So yeah, I am also on board with Zach. Offensive tackle, you got to keep Stafford upright. Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, I'm with Rich again on this one. I think they take Mekhi Lemon here, load up for Matt Stafford because you don't know how long you're going to have Matt Stafford for at this point. And ultimately, Puka Nacua is up for a contract next year. He's going to get paid like $45 million a year. It's going to be something stupid. And I don't know if the Rams are going to pay it. So I think they need Mekhi Lemon now.
I think that I agree that the whole offensive tackle is glaring, and if they're trying to win this year, they need to fill it. So Spencer Fano, offensive tackle, Utah, is my next best tackle.
I agree with Dano. And this is why I have the LA Rams taking Caden Proctor out of Alabama at 13.
Excellent. Linemen, all different. See, that's what's cool about the linemen in this draft is they're kind of interchangeable. Really is kind of like team preference. They all have very similar grades. Number 14, the Ravens, the first pick of the post John Harbaugh era. And for my mock, Mekhi Lemon is still available. And Lamar Jackson needs a wide receiver to throw to besides Zay Flowers and a aging Mark Andrews. And they just lost Isaiah Likely to the Giants with Harbaugh. So they get an offensive weapon. I have them taking Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver, USC.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of my board, and keeping Lamar Jackson upright, I got Spencer Fano, offensive lineman, Utah, taken here. So that's my pick.
So I am also of the notion that for the Ravens to be successful, that offense funnels through Lamar Jackson. And for that to happen, he has to be healthy. So I too am going offensive line, but I am going guard. And I am taking the big mother trucker out of Penn State, Ole Vega. He is my pick, and he is a mauler. And not only is that going to benefit Lamar, Derrick Henry's back there too, by the way. And they're just going to move the chains. So that's my pick.
Oh, it's my turn. My bad. Yeah, I also have them going Spencer Fano here. Keep Lamar Jackson upright and let him get some time to do stuff with his feet while he still has his feet. That's who they're going to go. Spencer Fano, Utah.
I like the mindset. I like the mindset. I'm going Vega Ione, or however you say his name.
The
Guard.
Vega, baby,
The
a
Vega.
monster.
Penn State. He's probably the best pure guard in the draft, and they don't even blink here. I think this might be one of the most slam dunk picks in the middle of the first round for me.
So when the Max trade originally happened, the Raiders would have been sitting here, and this would have been my pick for the Raiders as well to throw him on the offensive line.
Well, I like it.
But we have Max Crosby, so it's all good.
And Tyler Lindenboss.
Yeah. Dogs.
I hate to be in line with Jason. I really do. But I'm going Spencer Fano.
Wow, I'm the odd man
All
out
right.
here. Look at that. Mainly because Lemon was still on my board.
Yeah, I was going to say Makai Levin was really dropped far on your board compared to the rest of us, I believe.
I still got him.
Oh, you still have him? Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
I don't think teams are as high on him as they are the other two wide receivers. I think he falls a little bit. I think there's too much defensive talent and tackle talent.
I think the potential on him is kind of sick, low key.
Yeah, I think his ceiling is high.
Yeah,
So.
I think the wide receivers fall off pretty quick after the top 5 or 6, though.
Yes, I agree. Number 15, Tampa Bay. So I have maybe a different pick here. Maybe this player's been mocked a couple times, and I do have to say, I had the AI help me with my mock draft, using multiple different ones for all the different teams because I'm not reading Cardinals rumors, I'm not reading Saints rumors, and I'm not reading Chargers rumors. So I had a third party help me here. Number 15, the Buccaneers. I have them taking the first tight end off the board. I have Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, Oregon. Another weapon for Baker Mayfield, who had a really down, hurt year last year. And Kate Otten is not it. And they lost Mike Evans, so they need a weapon. And Kenyon Sadiq, pretty good.
Kitty likes that pick.
Kitty likes that
Kitty
pick.
likes.
There's
He
a
does
Kitty
like that
appearance.
pick.
He does not like that pick.
I'm going to tell you, unless everybody else has a different pick, you don't have a different pick because I do think Tampa Bay goes out and gets their replacement for Mike Evans, their big body guy for the red zone, and I think it's Kenyon Sadiq.
I have a different pick.
I have a different pick. Shelby,
I don't have a different pick.
Shelby, would you like to give the pick? Shelby says that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to go with defense, and they are going to select defensive end Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. Yep,
Okay.
there you go. Whoa, fuck.
Oh. Fumble Kitty.
Yeah, so I'm on board with Rich and Zach. I think they go Kenyon Sadiq. They run a couple of, double tight end motions here because Kate Otten just isn't really it.
Look at that. Look at that. This is beautiful.
So Dallas is picking 15th in my mock. Tampa traded up with them. Tampa took Mansour Delane. Dallas is going to take Dylan Thiemann. They have a glaring hole at safety. And this guy has been a riser. I think he is going to end up in the top 15 picks in this draft. So give me the safety from Oregon going to Dallas at 15.
So in Ray World, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were foaming at the mouth. They saw they were seeing Kenyon Sadiq coming, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is great." But now all of a sudden, you're sitting here at 15, and Mr. Makai Lemon has fell into your lap, and you have a new hole created by Mr. Mike Evans, who's going to be injured by week 2 on that electrical field of San Francisco, when his bones just disintegrate. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are drafting Makai Lemon at 15.
Oh my God. Mike Evans is gonna be that meme of the guy jiggling the
Yeah.
fucking
It's gonna be like Remember
the
the Titans. Mike Evans is gonna finish watching the season from a wheelchair.
It's definitely very interesting how much production that the 49ers think that he's going to actually give them. So we'll see.
He's had 1,000 yards for like 12
Every
years in
year.
a row.
I know,
I
but
mean,
except last year.
except last year and
Last year
Father
was the
Time is
fall
undefeated.
off.
he didn't have
And
1,000 yards last year.
no,
No.
No, he
he
was out
missed
for
half the
most of the
year.
year.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I
Father
mean,
Let's go to a
Time,
place.
yeah.
and
Father
Now let's go
Dan's
Time
to a
does no
place.
jobs.
Let's go to a place where there's a conspiracy theory where the
Yeah.
electromagnetic field is disintegrating your body.
It might turn him. It might give him that like super soldier.
No. He got
He-
off he got off the plane and Christian McCaffrey was waiting there with a syringe and he was like, "All right, time to harvest your blood."
Oh Lord. Number 16. The Jets' second first round pick is up here. They took best player available at number 2 for defense. I think they go offense here for Gino and whoever the quarterback is whoever they pick next year at quarterback. I have them taking Omar Cooper Jr. here, wide receiver, Indiana. Mendoza's his favorite weapon over there. The Jets desperately need a wide receiver opposite of Garrett Wilson. I know they liked
AD Mitchell.
I know they like AD Mitchell, but I really think they just go with Cooper here. They take another one. Might as well because you still don't have a whole lot there, and I think he really rounds out the room pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I like the AD Mitchell reference because that's exactly what was in my mind. I know a lot of talk coming out of Jet Camp about him, but I don't know if they truly believe he could be the number two. So I do have Omar Cooper Jr. going as well. They need somebody to play alongside Garrett Wilson. They can't put it all on him. So it's my pick.
And this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, I can just see the look on his face.
Oh Lord, I know what's about to happen here.
Oh, you sure do.
You sure do.
You can draft him to my team all you want, Pete. It's not going to happen in real life. So go ahead.
Because he's not available in Ray's mock already because he's off the board. And
Saturday.
16th overall pick, the New York Jets select wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr.
3 straight.
Because in my draft, all 3 previous wide receivers, Tate, Tyson, and Lemon, are off the board. Cooper, reliable wide receiver. Question marks aplenty around old Garrett Wilson. Lock up a wide receiver for the next 5 years on the cheap. There you go.
Yeah, let's just keep it going. Omar Cooper Jr. to the Jets with the 16th overall pick.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Know how Omar Cooper has risen up like this. I mean, I'm going to say I'm definitely okay with the position here. I'm just not sure that I agree with the player. But I actually have Carolina trading up to 16. The Jets get some more capital for 27, the draft that actually matters. And they take, with the 16th pick, Keldrick Falk, edge, out of Auburn.
Well, in my world, I have something that's going to make Jets fans very happy. They're at 16. They see this all going down, right? Makai Lemon just went. So now what's the next best option? Is it Omar Cooper Jr.? No, it's not. You're getting Kenyon Sadiq as your new weapon, versatile, can go in there and just wait for Arch Manning to come and save the franchise and get his feet underneath him.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not
And
mad about it.
Jets fans rejoice.
We're going into the season with 3 tight end sets next year if he's on the team
Sure am.
because they do like what Ruckert gives them as far as blocking. So he plays a lot, and then they like the kid Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's kid. They think that he's going to ascend in year 2. But I like the pick. I wouldn't be mad at the pick at all.
All right. 17, Detroit. The Lions missed the playoffs last year, traded away David Montgomery, and it is just Jahmyr Gibbs. And they have a monstrous, glaring hole at tackle because Taylor Decker unexpectedly retired. So they now need to fill that massive hole if they want Jahmyr Gibbs to keep on running like Sonic. So I have them taking Spencer Fano here from Utah, switch him over to tackle, and start pushing people.
Yeah, I'm with you on the tackle position. Just a different tackle. I do have them taking Monroe Freeling out of Georgia. But they got to get offensive line help over there. So they're gonna keep breaking kneecaps, biting kneecaps, whatever Dan Campbell wants to do.
Dan Campbell did not have those boys gassed up last year. Um, but yeah, I think they go tackle as well. On my board, I have Spencer Fano and Caleb Lamu both available. It's a coin flip. I'll go Fano out of Utah.
Mm.
Yeah, I also have them going tackle here, so I have them going Monroe Freeling. You got to get Jahmyr Gibbs something because he's going to be running 97 times a game.
Yeah, so I agree with a couple of you guys. I have Detroit going with Monroe Freeland, offensive tackle out of Georgia.
Shout out to Rich for taking us to the bathroom with him.
At
But
least he put himself on mute. That was very nice.
but again, I'm aligned with Jason on this one. I got Monroe Freeland going to the Detroit Lions to fill that gap.
Wow. He's
Look
got
at
the
that.
his and hers sink. He's got the vanity lights
nice
going
package,
right there.
Number 18, the Minnesota Vikings. So I have the first. This is where I have safety Dylan Thieneman going safety out of Oregon. This was actually the most commonly mocked player to a specific team in the whole draft, according to AI. So I have Dylan's Vikings taking Dylan Thieneman safety.
Yo, sorry guys, totally had to piss. My bad.
I'm so glad
But
you took us on the journey.
It was a nice journey. All right,
I
Cosmic
had to.
Mel.
I felt like I could not bring you guys.
right.
But yeah, I have Dylan Thieneman as well. Definitely think the Vikings could use some safety help. So that's my pick for Minnesota.
Lots of question marks post Harrison Smith era.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's definitely the pick.
So since AI has Dylan Thieneman as the most mocked player at Minnesota for this pick, I am going to go with cornerback Dermod McCoy out of Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I have them going Dylan Thieneman as well, safety. I believe like 97% of people have him mocked at that spot, so I'm following the crowd.
Very happy to announce
Yeah.
that I did not use any AI to do my mock draft, and I did all my homework. I have Minnesota going Jermod McCoy, cornerback out of Tennessee.
Boom, attaboy, Dano.
In the spirit of AI shaming, I also did not use AI. This is completely this wacky thing up here. But I do think that Dylan Thieneman is going to the Minnesota Vikings. It's about to get spicy. I'm not going to let you down, but this one it was the easiest pick I had in the draft to fill.
Number 19, the Carolina Panthers. I have another safety going to help strengthen the secondary here for the Panthers. This is where I have Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo, the other really highly rated safety in this draft to help go alongside J.C. Horn, really shore up the secondary. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. Got to follow it up with the same pick. Carolina's defense is specifically the secondary is definitely weak. So Emmanuel McNeil Warren is going to definitely shore it up. So that's my pick for number 19 to Carolina.
I wonder if Rich used the same AI as me.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Chat GPT.
No, I used multiple. I used Gemini. I used Copilot. I actually don't use ChatGPT for research purposes.
So-
Anyway,
19th pick. I have the Carolina Panthers going with an offensive tackle. I have them selecting Caleb Lamu, Utah.
I like the pick for them there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to the first two guys because I also have I'm going Emmanuel McNeil Warren here. They need a little bit more help on defense. They're already a team that can win the division because it's a weak division. So shore up the defense a little bit.
In football fandom hell world, I have the Jets picking here at 19, and they take David Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. Watch the tape.
whoa.
Denzel Boston.
Denzel Boston, pardon me. Good correction, Ray.
Is it David Boston's kid?
No, Denzel Boston.
Okay.
Good correction,
He
Ray.
goes.
But I
He goes.
respect
I can't even
the
get my team's draft picks names right at this point. This is not good.
As soon as I saw Boston and wide receiver, I just thought of David Boston with those fucking pipes that he had.
So he's not built like that, Boston, but he's pretty good.
It's so funny. Watch the tape and it says his name wrong.
I said his name wrong.
All right. At 19, we have a trade. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming back in.
They're back. They're back, baby.
They're coming back in. They're coming back, and they are now protecting Joey B. They got a little defensive help before, and they're drafting. Pete, say the name again.
Olave Vega.
Yeah, that one.
There you go.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that guy.
Wow.
They're coming back in.
Yeah, that's a monster pick for them. If
They're
he's
coming
still
back
there.
in, and they're putting a house in front of Joe Burrow because we want to keep Joe Burrow happy. If Joe Burrow's happy, the football continues.
There's not a chance in hell he's going to be available, but that's a hell of a pick for them.
There's not a chance in hell that he's going to be available, and that is a lot of draft capital to move back up to that spot in the first round and take a guard.
They are winning now.
Okay, I respect it.
Number 20, as we enter the 20s, back into Jerry World. Their failed trade attempt for Sonny Styles has left Jerry very upset. So he goes to his backup plan, which is probably the second most mocked player to a specific team in the world. CJ Allen, linebacker, Georgia. Jerry does want a linebacker for his defense because Dallas's defense last year was not good. So I think they get their linebacker at 20 in CJ Allen.
Yeah, he's mocked a shit ton to Dallas, and Jerry definitely needs some defensive pieces. So CJ Allen's the pick too.
There has been a trade. There has been a trade. I just got word with the Dallas Cowboys sitting there at 20, and right after them at 21 are the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are mulling the idea of a quarterback at 21. The New York Jets have hopped back into the first round, and they at 20 select Ty Simpson.
Oh my God.
I'm very upset.
You should be. You should feel disrespected.
That is disrespectful.
You know, that text message to you guys was important to me. I said he should have gone back to school. I meant it. No?
You mean Pete, right? Because I was an uneducated pick.
Yeah, let's be real here.
I actually forgot to mention this in my original trade here. I actually have Cleveland sitting here because that was
We'll
part of
get
the
another
trade
beer.
with Dallas and Cleveland earlier in the draft for Cowboys to move up to 6. They gave up the 20th pick as well to Cleveland. So Cleveland is sitting here at 20, and they are taking Denzel Boston, wide receiver.
All right.
Not
So,
David Boston.
Not David
Not
Boston.
David Boston. They
The-
submitted the sheet correctly.
So I have Dallas is sitting here at 20. This is one of the picks from Micah Parsons from Green Bay. They take and add to their defense again with Akeem Mesidor, defensive end, 3 technique out of Miami.
Really hate that you and I are picking so similar, and it's making me upset. But we have a trade, and the Cleveland Browns are back in.
They're back, baby.
I don't have them taking Denzel Boston here, though. I have them actually scooping up Omar Cooper Jr., who has fallen a few slots. But everything that Jason just said, yes, that's spot on.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here.
Oh, I'm so happy I had Ray go last. Just I love it. Number 21, Pittsburgh Steelers, the first pick of the post Mike Tomlin era. And they go traditional here. They go in the trenches on my board. And a few mocks that I've seen as well. Vivega is here at 21, and he goes to the Steelers from Penn State. Doesn't have to go too far. Stays in Pennsylvania.
Bro, are our brains aligned or something?
I
You
don't
both
know.
use the same AI to do your mock draft?
That's what
No,
I asked. I asked that
didn't-
earlier.
I didn't really use much AI.
Who do you have? You have him?
No, like I looked at a bunch of different of like the latest mocks and I kind of just like combined whatever I thought was gonna happen. But yeah, I have the Vega going here too.
He plagiarized.
Steelers need
That's all
Steelers
I'm
need
hearing right there.
Steelers need offensive line help, and he's the pick.
Man, you guys have this man falling.
Yes.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. But that's why he's my pick here. He
Okay.
shouldn't still be here.
Okay.
I've read a few articles of him going maybe in the early 20s.
Cosmic Mel
Yeah.
over here, plagiarizing drafts over here.
Listen, man, I'm a Giant fan. I don't pay attention to all 32. This is entertainment purposes.
With this pick, now that Ty Simpson is off the board, Pittsburgh's going to turn to the defense. And they are going to go with a linebacker, CJ Allen, out of Georgia.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to what Zach and Rich just said because I have Olava Vega going to the Steelers, staying in state.
Okay.
All three of us on.
He's still available. What do I do?
Same
Yeah,
wavelength.
Jason's kind of on the money too, low key.
With the 21st pick, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking Caden Proctor, offensive tackle, Alabama.
Offensive line makes sense.
So I think it's going to go a little bit different here. I think Pittsburgh is in a new era. I don't think they go traditional at all. I think the new team that wants to I think the new regime wants to make a splash. They want playmakers. I think they're going to come in and say we need to get offensive help here. Obviously, we know that offensive line is a problem, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to go Denzel Boston here and get a nice weapon out there to go down the field, make plays happen.
I like that pick for them.
Pretty good. Number 22, the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh goes ahead and makes another pick. There's a couple of holes on the Chargers defense here. Not so much their offensive line. I know their offensive line was horrible last year, but that's because everybody was hurt. So when everyone comes back healthy, It'll be good to go. I have them addressing the need of an edge rusher. I have them going Akeem Mesidor here, edge out of Miami.
We finally have a different pick.
Oh, thank God.
Thank Christ. But it's defense too, because I think they need defense as well. I do think they could address offensive line, but I agree with your statement. They were very, very hurt last year. But I have Peter Woods out of Clemson. I think they need a big D tackle up the middle. So that's my pick for them.
Well, it looks like I'm with the plagiarizer on this one, and I am taking defensive tackle Peter Woods as well.
Why don't we just make it 3 in a row? Because we're going Peter Woods out of Clemson going to the Chargers.
So the Chargers sitting there at 22 on my board and my mock draft are staring Kenyon Sadiq in the face, and they probably are going to make the rest of the NFL pay for this to happen going into this next season.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Dano. I have the Chargers addressing the back end of the defense, and they are drafting Emmanuel McNeil Warren, who has fallen, but is just going to be a nice addition to that secondary.
All right. Number 23, Fly, Philly Fly. Now, me and Jason, we have our discussions all the time about the Eagles, and Rich can talk about this as well. There are a couple different ways I could go about this. Obviously, A.J. Brown is going to be a Patriot come June 2nd, so there's going to be a glaring need for wide receiver. But wide receiver is not the biggest need for this team. If we watched the Eagles last year, Lane Johnson's 36. He's not getting any younger. Saquon had a down year. Jalen Hurts was hit more than he ever has been. They go right back into something that Howie Roseman loves to do, and he reinvests in the trenches. And on my board, Caden Proctor is available, tackle out of Alabama, to be Lane Johnson's either replacement, sit him at guard, whatever it may be. And Howie, we trust, like Eagles fans say, and I think they go offensive line no matter what at 23.
Now, AJ Brown's not going to be an Eagle at the start of the season, regardless. Don't know when he gets traded, but he'll be traded.
June 2nd. He bought a Boston home.
All right, June 2nd. Gone. Bye-bye. So this is where I have Mr. In Howie We Trust taking wide receiver Denzel Boston out of Washington.
That's a nice pick, too, for them at 23.
It's a total Howie pick.
Except he can't pick wide receivers. That's why he goes offensive line.
So, yeah. I'm torn right now. I do think that there's two glaring holes, and I have Proctor available, and I also have Boston available. I think they go offensive line. I think that's more important right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go Proctor.
All right. On my board, there are no wide receivers left. The top 5 wide receivers are gone. That being said, I don't think we're taking a wide receiver unless one of them falls there, which I don't think is going to happen. So the glaring need is Lane Johnson is getting up in age, and that is the most important spot on our entire football field that needs to be addressed. So Howie Roseman, in him I trust, takes Blake Miller, who is a true right tackle himself, to take over and fill that gap.
Well, I agree. I agree with you guys, and 100% right. Howie Roseman doesn't see the value in trading up unless he's getting the top offensive tackle in this draft, which the price is way too high for. He's not going to do that. He's going to stay at 23 and take Caleb Lomu, offensive tackle, Utah.
Like Jason said, he's taking Blake Miller.
Right.
Man, this is history right
Wow.
here.
What is happening?
What is happening?
This is a very epic mock draft, I should say.
Yeah, this is very, very interesting. But at 24, I still have the Browns here. Everyone obviously has either done some trade involving the Browns where they do pick a wide receiver. So I do have them actually picking a wide receiver here. And this is a little bit of a splash. Dan knows this player from Yeehaw Land, Texas. KC Conception, wide receiver, goes to the Browns at 24.
Honestly, I think he's better than Omar Cooper Jr. I do.
Bro, I think me and you need to talk
Okay.
because I also have the Browns still here because I didn't have any trades in my mock draft. But I also have them taking a wide receiver. And I also have them taking Texas A&M prodigy, KC Conception.
Ooh.
Is it Texas A&M or Texas?
It's Texas
A&M.
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 All right. I must have forgot to put A&M. That's all right.
No, it isn't okay, actually.
It's really not okay. Dano will burn that agricultural school down to the ground.
There's a big difference. That's a huge rivalry down here, let me tell you.
Yeah, you get shot at the old what is it, the W HEB, the HEB.
Yeah. You walk into an HEB in Austin with A&M stuff on, and you're in for it. Good luck.
You see someone walking in with A&M, you hook them horns, it's on.
That's on.
All right, so I too have the Browns here. I already have them making the splash for Carnell Tate. I thought about offensive line, but I thought, you know what? It's the Browns. And what do the Browns know about football? Absolutely nothing. So I think they're still just going to load up on players here. And I have Kenyon Sadiq sitting here for the Browns. So they added a wide receiver. They're adding a monster tight end. Just they're going all out right now for Shador to throw 5 interceptions and then bring along the butthole toucher.
I have the Browns making their third pick here of the first round, and they're taking Jamad McCoy, who's still here somehow at 24, cornerback.
So Cleveland, under their new brass, and my mock took Carnell Tate at 6 because they knew that they would get one of the 10 to 15 offensive linemen that are pretty much all graded the same at number 24. They take Blake Miller, offensive tackle out of Clemson here.
We have a trade. The New York Football Giants are back in the first round. And they are taking wide receiver Concepcion out of Texas A&M.
Okay.
I like that pick for them there if they do that.
Would love it.
Wow.
Listen, I'd be okay with it.
And they're not giving up a lot to jump up to that spot too, right?
Probably not.
No,
That's actually
probably not.
that's a realistic trade up for them.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 3 picks in the top 100. I just don't see them trading up. But we'll see. Next, number 25, the Chicago Bears.
Chicago.
I have them going best player available on the defensive side of the ball. They need a little help on the edge. So I actually have them taking Zion Young, edge out of Missouri.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I got to follow that up with the same pick. I got Zion Young out of Missouri, defensive end. They need help alongside Montez Sweat. He can't do it by himself. So he's the best player on my board too.
So Zach and Rich have had the same picks. Pete and I have, for the most part, had the same picks, and Ray and Jason have had the same picks. This is hysterical.
Yes.
Sorry.
No AI here, though.
Yeah, no AI here either.
We just think like sickos. So I have the Bears here. They are going to go with defense and they're going to go in the trenches. And I have them taking Caden McDonald out of Ohio State, defensive tackle.
I like that pick for them.
Yeah, I got the Bears going defense here. They're going Keldrick Folk out of Auburn.
Thank God.
Gotta get that defense going.
So I think if Falk was still there, that would be their pick. But instead, they have Emmanuel McNeil Warren higher on their board, safety out of Toledo, another position in need for them.
The Bears are going Zion Young here.
Oh, wow. We got 3 Zion Youngs to the Bears.
Yep.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Number 26, the Buffalo Bills. The Bills gave up a second round pick for DJ Moore, who would have been a free agent. They could have signed for nothing because Brandon Bean's really, really good. So they take the best player available left on the defensive side of the ball because there's really not any wide receivers worth a pick there over a specific defensive player. So I actually have them taking a pass rusher, Cassius Howell, edge, Texas A&M.
I like that pick too.
I'm just glad your AI is different than my brain. I got Keldrick Falk here. Pass rusher, so same idea, but yeah, different pass rusher because he's the best on my board. So I got Keldrick Falk out of Auburn.
So right here, I thought about going defense. I have Akeem Messidor here at the edge still sitting here for Miami. But I have the Buffalo Bills going offense, adding another weapon for Josh Allen, and I have them taking wide receiver out of Texas A&M, KC Concepcion.
Yeah, I got the Bills going defense here, and they're going Zion Young here. He's still on my board. Missouri.
I have Buffalo taking TJ Parker, edge out of Clemson.
We got different picks. I love this.
I got the Buffalo Bills taking Mr. Jermod McCoy, who is still available on my board, securing that secondary and giving them a well-needed boost.
Number 27, the 49ers. There's a lot of different things that they could do here. I mean, this is still very much a complete football team that just deals with injuries every year, but there is one player that they've been dealing with all offseason, and that's their left tackle, Trent Williams, and they're kind of in a contract standoff with him. So I think they go to the well and they take a tackle here, and I have Caleb Lumu tackle Utah going here.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have said it any better. They're a complete football team. We all know, San Fran's taking a trip to the postseason again, more than likely, barring injury, of course. But I have them taking a tackle too because of the Trent Williams discussions. And I have Max, that's a really long last name, Ihanakor out of Arizona State, tackle. But that's my pick.
That is also my pick, sir. So
Nice AI.
big
Big Max.
Big Max, big dog tackle right there.
Big dog Max.
Yeah, let's make it 3 in a row here. I got Big Max because I'm not going to try to pronounce his big ass name.
I have San Fran going with Avion Terrell, cornerback out of Clemson. One of Clemson players going here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm keeping the run going. I think San Fran takes Max Ionacore here. And like Zach said, or like we were talking about, filling up that hole, with the Trent Williams things going on, I think it's just a solid pick, and it gives them a guard of the future, or tackle of the future. I'm sorry.
Cheers to you for saying that name. No problem.
Look at that. Number 28, the Houston Texans. For D'Amico Ryans, I think he goes defense here. Best player available at 28. Not too many offensive playmakers here kind of for him that would outweigh a defensive talent that he could mold. I have them taking Caden McDonald here, defensive line out of Ohio State, to line up next to Will Anderson Jr., who just got paid.
Yeah, fresh off getting paid for Will Anderson, good for him. He's the beast. They love defense over there. I definitely think defensive line help is definitely going to be what they're looking for. Kristen Miller, defensive tackle out of Georgia, is my pick.
And I am just AI'd up right now because I also have defensive tackle Christian Miller out of Georgia Bulldogs. Oh.
Let's just keep the train going. It's Christian Miller to the Texans at 28.
I have the Houston Texans taking CJ Allen, linebacker out of Georgia.
I have D'Amico Ryan doing absolute fucking backflips because Kendrick Falk falls into his lap late in the game at 28.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Damn. Number 29. I have the Chiefs again here. There is one wide receiver remaining on my board here. And it is Denzel Boston, wide receiver, Washington.
Not David Boston.
Not David Boston. Denzel.
That's not Boston.
So yeah, I do have the Chiefs getting some cornerback help here. Colton Hood, cornerback out of Tennessee.
So I had Tennessee. Oh my God, Jesus. Kansas City. They took Mansour Delane at cornerback earlier with their ninth pick.
Me too. We shared that one.
We shared a brain on this one. Considered old Denzel Boston here, a little wide receiver help for them. But I think they go edge, and I have Akeem Messidor available, and they go edge rusher.
Yeah, I also have them going Akeem Messidor here. Uh, Not much more to say there.
Yeah, I have in my mock Kansas City initially traded up for Caleb Downs. They continue on the defensive side of the ball here, and they get some defensive tackle depth with Caden McDonald out of Ohio State.
Um, I have the Chiefs taking Colton Hood and filling the cornerback hole that Trent McDuffie leaves.
Trent McDuffie. That was the name I couldn't remember earlier in the show. Number 30, Miami. Back on the clock once again. And I had them taking a wide receiver earlier. So I think they address offensive line here and they address the interior of the offensive line. I have them taking Chase Besantis, Texas A&M.
All right, I
I
might
like
have
that.
lied. I might have lied. I said I didn't have a trade here, but I got a trade here.
Mm.
There's a team out there that may or may not need a quarterback.
Oh, God.
Okay. That team resides in Arizona.
Oh,
So I do have the Arizona Cardinals trading up to pick number 30 to take quarterback out of Alabama, Ty Simpson.
That's fine.
Dano approves.
That's fine. That's fine. Fuck him.
Pete?
Well, then, I had Makai Lemon go to the Miami Dolphins for their offensive fix. Now, on the defensive side, I have them going cornerback out of Tennessee, Colton Hood.
Yeah, I also have the Dolphins here going with Colton Hood. They have like no cornerbacks whatsoever. So they need somebody.
Yeah, the Dolphins need a lot of help everywhere. On my board, the best player available for them is Cassius Howell, defensive end out of Texas A&M.
So I actually thought about the same thing, Dan. I had it. I actually have it circled here. I was thinking it. I was looking back at it, but I think Miami is looking at this as it's a complete wash of a year. You're kind of down for a couple years. So
The
I think
March for Arch.
That is a big possibility. So I think
Yep.
they continue to address the interior line and they go Emmanuel Pregnon out of Oregon here.
I like that pick. I listen, in a perfect world, Miami would trade out of this pick
Yes.
and add
That's
more
kind
for
of that's kind of
27.
that's kind of why I had them trading out of this pick to the Cardinals.
I get it. I mean, I just don't know if anybody's going to be salivating that much over him. But
Oh, maybe
I,
not.
I don't think that it's going to be worth it for any team to move into the first round for
It's
any of these remaining players. That's
to
just how I
me
feel.
to me looking at number 30, like who's to trade up? All right. The only quarterback needy team in this draft is probably Arizona. So like, all right.
Right. That would be the one that I would be like, okay, yeah, whatever. They're going to try to make a move
Right.
there. I get it,
100%.
At pick 3.
at
Well,
pick three.
because you're an interesting human. So, I mean, I could see that happening because I mean, at 30, I mean, the Cardinals have a decent amount of capital. Like they could probably take a chance with at
Listen,
Ty Simpson at 30.
you also see it every year, a team trading up to those bottom 2 or 3 picks just to make sure they get that 5th-year option. You know?
I will
Yes.
say because he's a prospect that's probably, between somewhere between 40 and 50 on a lot of teams' big boards, that it is absolutely possible that a
Yeah.
team would just trade into the back, the very end like that and take him.
All right. 31, New England Patriots, the losers of the Super Bowl in epic fashion. And their very hypocritical head coach. They decide to pick a weapon for Drake May, and they reach in classic Patriots form for Eli Stowers, tight end out of Vanderbilt.
Interesting pick. I like that.
Fuck
Um,
Mike Vrabel, by the way.
Mike Vrabel loves his defense. I think he's going to continue to shore that up. Akeem
And
Massador, defensive end out of Miami, is the pick for the Patriots at 31.
All right, let me just say that if Akeem Mesidor is there at 31 for the Patriots, I'm going to turn the TV off. I'm just going to forgo the last pick of the draft because that'll piss me off to no fucking end.
He might be there at 31, by the way.
I don't think so.
No. But Mike Vrabel, he does love his defense almost as much as he loves Diana Rossini. So I am going to go with defensive edge rusher out of Missouri, Zion Young.
That's probably a good pick there for him.
This is where I have a trade. The Patriots are getting away from the first round. They're trying to stay out of the news as much as possible from the Diana Rossini issue. So they're going to gather a little extra ammo for what they're going to need to trade for A.J. Brown. And the Cardinals are going to trade in and take Ty Simpson.
You mean the trade that's already done? Because A.J. Brown bought a house in Massachusetts recently.
They need and A.J. Brown is hosting a kids fucking training camp in Philadelphia in July. So I don't understand what's going on.
In Howie you trust, right?
Sounds like someone in denial.
Listen, when a player buys a house in the state where he's projected to be traded to, that's worth paying attention to.
I
That's
hope it
all I'll
blows
say.
up.
But anyway, I have New England taking Big Max, the tackle at Arizona State, because
Eichenor.
they're horrified by the tape that they had to watch all season long of their tackle just getting roasted play after play after play after play in every big game they played in.
Will Campbell.
Fuck that team.
Well, all right. Dano, close your ears. I have Akeem Mesidor going to the Patriots at 31.
Shit.
Yeah, seriously, I'll turn the TV off.
He goes, shit.
He's going to be a great player, and it's driving me crazy. Short arms, short arms. Okay, great, short arms. I don't care. He's going to be a great player.
And finally, at number 32, for the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, they can kind of do what they want here because this is still a really good team. They did lose Kenneth Walker to the Kansas City Chiefs. So they replenish their running back room and they go ahead and they actually take Jadarian Price running back Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love's teammate.
Yeah. Super Bowl champs, you're right, can do literally whatever you want when you are the champ. You are the standard bearer of the NFL. But they replaced the piece that they lost. So Jadarian Price, running back, Notre Dame, pick.
And with the 32nd overall pick in the 2026 draft, the Seattle Super Bowl Seahawks make a trade. And they trade out of the first round because they're the Super Bowl champs and you can do whatever you want. In that pick, the Las Vegas Raiders jump back into the first round to get the fifth year option for their future offensive tackle, Blake Miller, out of Clemson.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
Fair.
I have the Seahawks staying put, and they're taking Jadarian Price to fill the hole that they lost and try to win another Super Bowl.
I have the Raiders trading back up into the first round of 32 to take Ty Simpson to complete their quarterback room. No, I'm only kidding. I have Seattle with a glaring hole at corner going Colton Hood, who's still there on my board out of Tennessee.
I have the Seattle Seahawks going Kristen Miller, DT out of Georgia.
He's still there, yeah.
All
Fuck
right.
yeah.
Woo! Don't you just love it? I know I love it.
Guys, that was good.
That was an epic first round mock draft. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that when the Jets traded down from 16 to 19, that they got David Putney, kick returner.
Oh, did Mogi want Putney just because he feels like it?
Just because he feels like it.
You pancake eating son
But
of
did
a
you
bitch.
I will say for the Giant fans, interesting that Ray had us trading back in because I don't know if I see that.
There's not a world where they trade up in the first round.
Never
I
say
don't-
never.
I don't know.
They
Well,
would prefer to trade down. They have
I
three
think-
picks.
I agree. I think gain assets versus give up.
I think the question I have is, what does the salary cap say that they do there? Because
Fair.
do they have the room to even trade up into the first round to grab another player there this
Probably
year?
not.
Yes, that's
Probably
why
not.
it's not happening. Miss Dawn is gonna make sure.
Well,
Any
your
other
job
news?
gets a lot easier when you have $100 million in cap room next year.
Yes.
Yes, true. So, all right. Well, if there's no other notes to be made, this is the perfect time to wrap it up. This has always been epic doing the first round mock, and we had a mega
So much
cast
fun.
for this one. Really loved it. Thank everyone for popping on. Thank you everyone for watching, listening. Make sure to listen. You got to like, you got to comment, you got to subscribe. We're everywhere. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Podbean. Tell your brother,
Jack-
sister, mother.
Dogs.
Check us out.
Dogs.
Tag your mother, tag your brother, tag your sister.
Dog gotta eat. Oh,
Take care. Brush your hair.
Short arm people need love too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen. Shout out to all the short armies because there's going to be a couple short armies about to be mega millionaires on national TV every Sunday. Okay?
well, when you're short arm, you don't have to worry about reaching into your wallet.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. With that being said, thank you guys so much, and we'll see y'all for the next episode when we review the draft and see how shitty our teams did.
God.
Peace.